Hello, SolarLune here, and this is I guess the first devlog looking into a game that I'm going to make, or I'm making, called Gearend, G-E-A-R-I-N-D. It's made in the Blender game engine, and it's 2D as you can see. And so this is, after my, I guess you could say, suspension of Valken, I wanted to try something simpler, smaller. So I think that this game should be simpler and smaller. It's going to be a 2D Metroidvania, or a 2D Metroid-like game where you find different powers and weapons and things to help you get around the obstacles and navigate around, things like that. And so far I have basically a basic weapon that shoots. I have a light parented to the weapons that you have some shadow effects. And it's working pretty well. I don't know if I'll keep this many particles because it seems like it would slow down the game pretty significantly if a lot of stuff's going on screen. But maybe I just don't care anymore. Maybe I should not care about particle effects, and things slowing down the screen, and just kind of worry about the game itself, just looking good and playing nice. So this is running at 60 FPS right now. It's recording through Open Broadcaster software, which is a nice little streaming and recording program that I found. It's really nice. It seems to work really well. The game's running smoothly, and I think the video should play back smoothly, although not at 60 FPS. So I have some basic things implemented, mouse aiming, keyboard movement. I believe I have, or I did set up the joystick to work using the same bindings. I used my BG input system, so the same bindings for the keyboard and mouse should work for the joystick, but there has to be some difference. Okay, I'm just testing it out right now, and yeah, it works well. Very nice. But the right analog stick isn't mapped to the cursor, so either I need to make it move the cursor or use it. I plan to make it so that when you move the right cursor, the right analog stick rather, the cursor disappears and you can just directly control which way he's aiming. But yeah, the joystick works pretty much perfectly right out of the gate. D-pad, joystick, A button, RB to shoot. You can imagine if you're basically I'm playing on a Wii U Pro controller through a adapter, but you would imagine playing this on a 360 controller or a similar X input controller, and so the right bumper would be the shoot button. If you want to go into places, I forgot that I have a jump mapped to A as well as interact, but if you want to go into places or interact with things, you press the E key or the A button on your controller. A is jump, so I have to make that another button now. But it'd probably be B. And so you use that to go into different places, go through doors. And so this was pretty easy to put together. I copied something that I was working on previously, which I still want to work on, but it would also be a much bigger game. So I decided to make another simpler game rather than making this big one. And so that's where I got a lot of the subsystem stuff from, for moving the doors, going through doors, moving up and down ramps easily and quickly. And you notice that he's kind of going into the floor right there. That's intentional because of the perspective of the world. You see how it's kind of like tilted 45 degrees, or a certain amount to the right, I guess you could say, rotated a little bit. You can see this side of the wall. That's why you can kind of go up the stairs and kind of mess around with the perspective like that. I don't know if I'll keep it all the time though, because it could pose problems for platforming and stuff where you aren't sure where you're landing and things like that. So anyway, that's pretty much what I got so far. Obviously the ground here doesn't really make sense, being that this is solid metal or whatever out here, but it's working okay. That's the point, is that this is a nice little basic kind of test thing. A lot of particles when I'm shooting works well, but I'm not sure if I'll keep them. But I think it looks good, so maybe I'll keep them. So yeah, this is the basic mechanics here. This outside area is also in the same scene as this inside area, so that if I needed to do things like have character to move between rooms, that would be possible. But I'm not sure if I'll keep it, since it's it would be a lot of stuff in a single scene. So maybe I'll limit that to a certain range. But anyway, this is working alright. It seems to be running pretty well. Seems fun. Looks pretty good. So I think I'm pretty happy with this right now. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've been SolarLune, and this has been the first devlog for Gearend. And hopefully I'll be able to finish it and release it, at least make demos and have people play and test it out and see what they like about it eventually. Alright, thanks, bye. Oh, yeah, thanks, bye.